Welcome back to the next part of your book talk with a twist. You have a new book named As Brave as You, written by Jason Reynolds. Take a moment to look at the illustration on the front cover, see if you can figure out what this might be containing inside. Here is our back description. Scooping poop at his grandparents' house. That sure as heck wasn't the way 11-year-old Jeannie expected to be spending his summer. But when his parents send him and his big brother Ernie to Virginia to experience the great not outdoors, they're in for some big surprises. First, there are chores galore. Picking peas, really? Second, Grandpop just might be completely off his rocker. The man has a big old secret, and once Jeannie learns what it is, all of Grandpop's oddities start to make sense. Like why he locks himself up in a room that's filled with birds, and why he never, not ever, no sir, no how, no way steps foot outside. On top of that, Grandpop has a crazy idea for how to celebrate Ernie's 14th birthday. Actually, to Jeannie, it isn't so crazy. But Ernie thinks it's completely whack. Jeannie wonders if that's because Ernie isn't brave enough. But is being brave doing something or knowing when not to? So let's take a peep inside, see what we can learn about this book. Number 437. The stupidest name for a sport is football. Why isn't it called tackle ball? Real football is soccer. Soccer is the second stupidest name for a sport, unless it was the name for female boxing. But female boxing is already called boxing. Even though boxing should be the sport to see who can pack up stuff like clothes the fastest, why isn't that a sport? If it was a sport, Ma would be a world champion boxer. Number 438. Another weird word is season, like winter, spring, summer, fall. But why does it also mean adding flavor to food? That makes no sense. But I wonder it would be like if I could season my food with the seasons. Like if you sprinkled some winter on peas, they'd probably taste like cold peas. But if you sprinkled some summer on them, maybe they'd taste like pizza or something. Chapter 1, number 460. Poop. Poop is stupid. Stupid poop. Stupid, pooped, poopity. Is poopity a word? Jeannie stood a few feet away from Samantha's shabby old doghouse, scribbling a mess of words in his notebook. His older brother Ernie was luring the mutt to a cleaner spot in the yard with a big pot of leftover chicken, bacon, grits, greens, and whatever else was for doggy breakfast. Okay, that should keep her busy for a few minutes, Ernie said, successful. He walked over to the side of Grandma and Grandpop's house, grabbed a rusty shovel, then came back to Jeannie and started scooping up crusty piles of dog poop. What I want to know is what you about to do with that mess, Jeannie asked, pinching and pulling his shorts out of his butt. Ma must not have noticed how much he had grown since the year before when she packed all his old summer clothes. If you put that notebook down, you'll see, Ernie said, holding the shovel out and walking toward the back of the house where all the trees were. When he got close enough to the wood line, he looked over his shoulder. Jeannie shoved the small notebook into his back pocket. You watchin'? Ernie called out, making sure all eyes were on him. Jeannie hustled over. Yeah. Ernie flashed a sly grin, one that worked perfectly with his dark shades. Then, without giving any kind of warning, he cocked the shovel back and flung it forward. The poop flew into the air and out into the woods, slapping against the trees and exploding. Oh, yeah, Ernie cheered, holding his shovel up as if he had just scored a touchdown. Jeannie gaped, his mouth falling open as Ernie came back to scoop up more dog crud. You gonna stand there, or you gonna get in on this? Ernie asked, chin pointing to the other shovel leaning against the side of the house. You will have 5 more minutes. Please continue writing your creative story with your characters, but you are now challenged to include this book title, As Brave as You, somewhere in your creative story. Good luck to you.